Yeah, when you play the number 3 ranked team in the country, you have to execute on all levels and be 100%. And we have the ability to do that, but we didn't do it. And it started bad, and it's hard to get that momentum back. But we worked for it and we tried. But no, we just didn't get in a rhythm, and it was unfortunate. But yeah, the slow start definitely hurt us.
Was it more of what Boise did, or just were you guys too depth for a game like this, or can you put your finger on why this is such a slow start?
No, I don't think so. I think, a drop by a kid who hasn't played, a young kid who just got out of high school, a mistake by me and Nick, and we're experienced. I can't put my finger on anything. It's just a rough start to a game, and like I said, playing against the number 3 team in the country, it's extremely difficult to bounce back, and let alone have success after some of that.
Austin, can you point to what the problems were with the false starts?
False starts, we had a bark cadence, and we were calling cadence, and Boise got pretty loud in that corner, but what happened was actually on that exact snap, and some of the false starts was when you're on cadence and you try to communicate blitzes that the defense is giving, sometimes they mistake that for your cadence, and so that was the case there a couple times. Yeah, I did, but I jumped on it and bounced out underneath my stomach. I'll blame my rib pad for that or something like that. But no, next time I'm going to kick it out of the back of the end zone and take a penalty.
Played the 5th ranked team last week, 3rd ranked this week. If you had a vote, would you give Boise State number 1 first place vote?
No, I'm not going to decide between those 2 teams. I know that they're both very good football teams. Boise did a lot of good things, and Texas did a lot of good things. Both teams have strengths and weaknesses that are different than one another. So what I can say is that both would compete with each other, and it'd be an unbelievable game. But to say who's better, I don't necessarily know.
Disappointed, obviously, anytime you kind of feel like you can bounce back. You guys bounce back a lot from last season. I know this is a different team. You feel like it's really got a certain steam to bounce back because it's there's teams in the country that won't be a problem as you look at the conference.
No, we're starting conference, and that's something different that we're looking forward to. That's something different than playing the number 3 and 4 team in the country. We came out with an opportunity over the last 2 weeks that we haven't been able to capitalize on, but you can't necessarily say that you would have expected to beat both these teams, number 3 and 4 in the country. So coming next week, we have a conference opponent. I know it's been circled on my calendar ever since last year for what they did to me last year, and I don't want to think about what's happened the last 3 weeks even. We got a team to beat, and that's Air Force, and they're a really good football team.
Solace in the fact that this seems like about the same point this team was, at least record-wise, coming off of 2 tough losses as it was when you took over the game last year. Was there some solace in knowing you guys finished 7 and 6 with the goal win and start like that last year?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, regardless of it. But these 2 teams, I can tell you, have done a lot better than the 2 teams we played last year. So with that, there's a little bit of consolation, but I'm not looking for consolation. We need to come back and win, and like I said, we have a conference opponent next week, and a team that we know that we can play with, and a team that we know we can beat if we execute. And they took Oklahoma right down to the wire, and watched a lot of that game, so they're a special team. There's no doubt. They beat BYU, and it's going to be rough, but I think that we definitely can do it.
The interceptions, that trying to make a play, trying to get something going, a couple of those throws.
Yeah, the first interception was almost against a punt because we were out of field goal range, and it's 3rd and 20, and 4th and 20 would have been rough, and they made an unbelievable play. The next one, was a little rough. They had the tangle in the end zone, and that's man coverage, and tried to throw a corner in there, but as a quarterback, you throw an interception, you blame yourself. I could have probably done a lot better, but no, those are kind of inconvenient. The other mistakes that we had in the game were far more, worse than that. I walked to the other side of the field, away from the field goal, and watched the jumbotron because I didn't want to see the kick.
It's a 44-yard attempt, hash mark right out of the hold of Karsten Sween. The snap is back. The kick is away. It's long enough, and it is gone! good. It's good from 44 yards out.
Just ice in his veins. I don't even know if he knew what was going on. You know, he was just confident and out there and just like, all right, let's do this. Like it was nothing, and it's exciting to see that because I mean, an NFL kicker would probably choke a lot more than he did on Saturday.
Not a goofy game plan, a different game plan than you guys are used to. Lots of rushing yards and 66 yards passing. It seemed like it worked well at times, but was it? Did you feel like the game plan was utilized good today?
Yeah, you know, the coaches see what they see on film, and that's what they wanted to do, and I think it was successful. The thing for us is that when you run an offense like that, where you're running the ball so much, you have to be extremely effective on every single play. And there were some miscues that we had, and those miscues are what hurt us. And not bad miscues, but again, when you're running, I mean, similar to an Air Force type offense out of the shotgun, if you mess up on a play, you're in trouble because you're set back.
Coaches are the game. Do you foresee this down the road as being a big part of your offense as far as what we saw with the splits and the short huddles and the run game? Do you kind of foresee this being a part of this team and this offense this year?
I don't know. That's up to the coaches. I want to do what they ask me to do, and right now that is manage the game and hand the ball off and take care of the ball. I have a lot of things to fix that I'm doing, but we as a unit need to get better, and the direction of the offense is not under my control. That's under theirs, and I'll do what they ask me to do and be enthusiastic about doing it. Yeah, I think Coach hit it on the head. You put a fullback in the backfield, you tighten your splits to 1 foot, and you're going up against an Air Force team that is on paper a lot smaller than most of the defensive teams we play. They're extremely fast and a good defense, and so we thought we could push them off the ball a little bit, and I think we did. Just like I said, you get one setback and you're forced into a tough situation, and we weren't able to convert enough on those tough situations.
Interception early in the game, what you saw, it looked like you had him, just to overshoot him, or what happened?
Yeah, you know, Air Force, first of all, causes the most turnovers almost every year in the country. They do an unbelievable job intercepting the ball, and their linebackers do especially a good job. And I came back, and it was the right read, and I had a little tight window to throw to, and I put it through the window. I just put it too high, and it went over Bolger's head, and it got intercepted. But I wouldn't have taken it back. I just would have made it a little lower, but I made the right decision.
I think the identity of this offense is recognized. I mean, you guys were more effective today, bottom line, and that's got to be encouraging. You know, what do you think the identity of this offense is? Are we kind of still searching for it as we head through 4 games?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we have seen glimpses of the passing game. I mean, 26-32, our first game for over 300 yards. And then you see a running game today. You know, I don't think we have an identity. I think that we all want to win football games. And whatever that takes, you know, that's what we're going to do. And, you know, Coach asked me, how do you like adjusting to the running offense? I said, I don't really care, Coach, as long as we win. And that's all I want, and that's all we want. And so that's what we're going to continue to do. And whether they tell us to run the ball 80 times or pass the ball 80 times, as long as it gives us a W by the end of the day, I think that's all that matters.
Is it a disappointing locker room? I mean, it seems like you guys really took a step forward, but obviously,
yeah, these ones always hurt more because it's a lot easier to lose 51-6 to Boise State than lose 20-14 against a very good Air Force team and be in it till the last minute. So, you know, it's rough, but I think the biggest thing, like always, is to forget about it the next day. I'm going to go home and not be very happy tonight. That's just the way I'm going to be, and I would expect most of us to be that way. But tomorrow, as long as you forget about it and go attack Toledo, I think we'll be all right. And I got it, and I do that one thing where I look over the sidelines and they signal that into me and I start smiling, and so what it was it was a fake power, and we had been running the power effectively the whole game, and so when we faked that power and I was able to get around the end, you know, it's one of those things where all 11 of us knew it was going to be successful before it even happened, and just a great call by the coach, and so it was obviously successful. It was pretty special.